What's up, everybody? Back for another 30 for 30. So let's see my time. It's now 11:30, so I need to finish at midnight. Oh, so the first thing I do, I really should have this prepped so I don't spend the time doing it. I'd open my page to the Paint by Numbers book that I'm using, essentially. And someone said that I would use English uniform on the pants. And that doesn't sound right because they make it look brown. So this is one place where this book falls a little flat. Is that the green ochre flat earth Russian uniform? I'd rather use chocolate brown. Do I have a chocolate brown? So it doesn't tell you what color to do the pants, and someone told me last night the color, and I don't remember what it was. I'm going to use that one. It's funny, I do not have a brown. German black. So this is a part of it, part of painting. Part of the reason I want to do these is to inspire other people that are new like me to do this. That you can paint an army quickly. And so even with some help like this, so they really should always, whenever they talk about the colors, they need to give you the number. This is very amusing that I do not have this color. I do have this color. Chef Wax. I'm going to do the pants of the British chocolate brown. Sorry, I should have shook this up. Let's see what he did this in. Actually, I could go to British Legion's. He sent me a link of what color he painted everything. So these are British Paras as well. Could be the same as that. Didn't get me 983. I did. I might paint one guy that. On that, we'll see. We'll compare. You know, and it's okay not to get the colors exactly the same on all of them because their dyes were different, right? And they ran out of dyes, and they faded, and they got dirty, and they were washed many times. So it doesn't have to be perfect. How's it going? Who we got? No, we got nobody. I'm soloing it right now. I had like 5 people last night. It was crazy. So I'm gonna try to get through my 30-some guys here to finish these bad boys up so I can get to working on some other stuff. So first we'll try my first one color of 872, which is Boot Brown. There's a different color name for it when it was Vallejo. So I don't need much here. I just need a schmidge. What's on my jammy? Okay, just a little tad. I should like wash it out a little bit. Get a little bit of water in there. So I will. Ooh, that's too much water. I like the capillary action that happens. I'll just use the back of the brush. The problem with putting water in it is that that you spread it out and then it dries really quick. I would be using my wet palette, but I'm trying to do such small numbers here. Okay, so this is Boot Brown. All right, so settled on my 15. My chat last night. That's awesome. But I woke up this morning. It's very interesting. I woke up this morning feeling very satisfied or very, very happy with my decision. But I mean, it wasn't even my decision about paint. I just like, man, I feel really good. Why is that? I thought, oh, wait a minute. Because I made a decision and I'm choosing to stick with it. Oh man, this part's hard to paint here. This is when it's nice not to put them on the base first. You could get all around them much easier. I'm thinking about my next set of minis. I like the idea of basing them first because it just helps me understand what I'm doing, what I've got, right? But what I should do is not worry about that. I'm so anxious to get the things done and set up that I do that first. And what I need to do is just set them all up, all like models together, and paint them. Because I'm probably not going to play with them like this anyway. So just get done what I need to get done, and that's painted, and then I can organize them. And then they're painted. Because how they're based is not going to affect how I paint them. I guess it could. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they all have smoke on them or something, or I don't know. Oops, I meant to paint these guys with different colored pants. So, anywho, oh wow, this is really washing it out here. Like this guy here, he's looking at a whatever. It looks like he's looking at a phone. I think he's looking at a radio or a map. I don't know what he's looking at, but it looks like he's looking at a cell phone. I'm like, dang, these Brits were way ahead of their time when they attacked Arnhem. He had a cell phone. Didn't help him. At least he tried. This mixture I have here of this paint and water is almost like that contrast wash. So I guess what I'll do is I'll paint a couple bases with this chocolate brown. I feel like I need a different brush. Let me try this. All right, where was I getting at? So this morning, I'm all over the place when I do these. 15 mil. I just felt like I had this sense of like, man, it feels good. I feel good. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I made a decision last night, and I'm happy with that decision I made. And it's nice it's like, it takes such a burden off when you make decisions on things. And I would say, kids, that it's not just painting that makes a difference on, even in your life. So what areas in your life do you need to make a decision on? Just make a decision. Like the old saying they used to say in my church circles were, God can't move a parked car. It's true. Well, wait a minute. God can't move a parked car. Couldn't he move a parked car? Anyway, I get the point. So, research, think, make a decision. And make the best of it. But seriously, I was like, oh man, that feels so awesome. And in such a little area, I've got other areas in my life I'm actually not having to make a decision yet, but I've had to make decisions, and I've made them, and it's been good. So, yeah, I don't know, it's very funny how much I guess that had been kind of sitting on my mind. I've got to learn to breathe when I'm doing this, so this guy's hard. So one thing I talk about is, everyone remind me next batch I get that I don't base them first. I want to try that assembly line method, which I've done before. I need to get a way to hold that popsicle stick, and you can use a paint can or whatever. Matt from Rocky's Horror's done something that I like, and I can't. It's these little probably bead holders or something for jewelry. Let me look at something here. What color are we painting like? These bags and stuff. Stone gray. Russian uniform. Well, I still got to paint here, so I might as well paint another one. Let's see. Before I get started, do I have anybody watching? I do have one person who is watching. Oh, British! What's up, man? Everybody, it's British Legion. What are you doing up? Go to bed. Oh, by the way, I finished Stranger Things Season 3. No spoilers for those who haven't watched. I really enjoyed it. I liked it better than 2, I think. It just makes me want to go back and... so I'm paying 10 mil Paris here, British. Mr. Legion. Nick. You remember what color you used for the pants on the minis that you painted for me? Anyway, what are you doing up? Anyway, so I'm all over the place again. I'm always all over the place on these things. I finished Season 3, Stranger Things, very good. I do like how the, this is not a spoiler, but I do like how the science teacher is a miniature painter. Not sure what battle he was prepping for, but he was in there painting, and he had the nerdy glasses on, like I have on right now. Jeweler's glasses. Hey man, you gotta see what you're doing. I find it funny that, yeah, anyway. So that was interesting that they had him doing that. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. His dad also painted minis. And they're not toys and they're not dolls. They're figurines, which is hilarious because I never would have called them that, but now I do. 539. That's the color you used? Well, I was just going to paint a few with this color, but I keep having too much paint. I don't, not too much, I just have leftover, so I don't want to waste it. I'm such a cheapie. It's not really that much paint. This brush is a better choice, though. I've moved on to. I've done not quite 50-50 water, probably 60-40. And it's really going on there like a contrast. This one is not, I don't know what was going on yesterday that so many people were watching. It's crazy. One more. English uniform. English uniform, 500 something. I do not have 500 something. No. Well, that's what everyone says, but that's what I painted the top. I painted the top green. Huh. They had me paint the top English uniform, but they show the pants as brown, and they never show me a finished model, but... Wow, your English uniform? Did you use Vallejo? So different than my English uniform. Wait, you did use English uniform. So did I. Wow, man, they are different colors. Whew. This bad boy's drying. Gotta move fast if I'm gonna do my 30 and 30 and get these guys done. Fast but focused. Good. Just notice every place. Anyway, British is saying that I need to put these on popsicle sticks and paint them factory wise. Like, so all the guys are this exact same shape, are all next to each other. So then on a popsicle stick, and I don't have to work around this base like I'm doing. Try to squeeze in there between things and pieces and hold my breath and not breathe and faint. This one's a little less chatty. I'm not quite as chatty because I made a decision on a piece now. One of the reasons I made the decision I did is because the British had just painted me up a bunch of 15 mil British Paras. So I gotta stick with that. I gotta stick with my bro. Bros before scale changes. Top middle stone. That's for a new smock look. British, did you wash these minis? I think you did, but let me know. I'm just curious. Because again, your colors are so bright and vibrant, and I can see them and just stand out. Alright, so that was Boot Brown with a little dilution. Let's get those guys out. These two, let's get some stand-up action here. Boy, they got a lot of kneelers in this pack. Dang, dude, everyone's kneeling. Man, I am shocked that light's not in the way. I think it's in that one a little bit too much. This is Motherland Earth. Motherland. Alright. Guys are starting to swear by that little white plastic cheap looking light. But they're saying they're liking it, which I find interesting. Another hobby thing sweeping the hobby nation. These little white visor jeweler glasses. Okay, here's a stand-up. Here's a stand-up dude. Oh my gosh, sorry, dudes, I got all super quiet. Singing about the work I was doing. That's hilarious. It's so funny when you do this, and then all of a sudden I'm going like, "Oh crap, there are people watching me here." Well, they're probably not watching me, honestly. It's not enough. Still one viewer. British, I appreciate you sticking around. Light brown wash. Okay. A light brown. Okay, I'll try that because I do want to wash them. Again, makes for some good video and radio. Me just being quiet here, and I don't even know if my painting's in the captured in the screen here. Okay, well, I didn't expect to get details, but they should be at least in the screen. So here I am. I'm gonna get my. That needs a little bit more paint. I think I kind of diluted it all much. I know how this goes. I'll put a little bit more, and then I'll put a little bit more, and then the next thing I know, I got gravy going on here. Maybe that was too much, but you can't. You're limited. You can limit your. So actually now would be a good time to use the wet palette because I know I'm going to be using these same colors for quite a few things. So that way I could have the palette. I also think I may be getting tired. It is. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm liking this color so much for the pants. Probably go back to that brown, but let me see how they've dried. So, British, are you watching Handmaid's Tale? Handmaid's Tale? Because I am. That show's creepy. 10 years ago, I would have been like, oh, what a great fantasy. I mean, not a great, I'm sorry. What a weird fantasy world. That'll never happen. And now I watch it and go, possible? All right, let's look at this. Crap, my decent brush. I don't really have many decent brushes. I have one, and it's too small for this, so I'm checking out the details here. Well, in this case, I like it because it's, again, a lighter color. It looks good. The other one looks good. The smock. So it's amazing at the scale. I'll go brown. I'll go with the brown one. It is decided. Okay, so. Okay, British, what are you working on? What's that on? Oh, what's that on Hulu? Handmaid's Tale's on Hulu. just so I just re-upped Hulu for one more month. I didn't turn it off, but I'm going to turn it off here. And I'm watching Netflix right now for Stranger Things and some of the things on there. It's got some good stuff on Netflix. I like going back and forth because you get kind of used to seeing stuff on one. I mean, Netflix appears to have most of the anyway of the what's their names, Heroes, Avengers stuff. I'm not saying they have it all, but they seem to have a lot of it. Also, yeah, Hulu. So I like to cancel Hulu for a while and stick with Netflix, and then I gotta be careful. I'm almost dipped in that other paint. So yeah. So as soon as Handmaid's Tale's over, although my kid just watched all the Amazing World of Gumball, which I've seen several seasons of, but haven't seen the whole thing front to back. I need to do that and experience that amazing, great cartoon like that. He says there's kind of a little story involved, I think, a little bit, and it ends on a cliffhanger with no resolution in sight, which is fun because the show's over apparently. Amazing World of Gumball has been a favorite of the families for a while. Got 3 minutes. I only have a few stands, so I need to just finish it, but anyway, tonight's episode of The Handmaid's Tale went into the history of one of the quote-unquote bad characters. Yeah. I thought they were going to play the card where you feel sorry for her because she's a victim. But no, she's not really a victim. She pretty much perpetrates what she does. So I have 4 more stands to go in 3 minutes. Now it's 3 minutes. So I think you get enough after you had all these kneeling guys right next to each other. You could be like, okay, that goes there, 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 there. So it's silent again. Sorry, I started thinking about some with my sons, and I can't really think of what it was. My mind was just kind of wandering. Again, fascinating listening, I know. Stop. Not yet, people. So, when we finish this down, I'll come see what British has chatted up or if someone else has jumped on. But I really am getting tired, so I need to. And then someone else I know just sent me some pack of riflemen and British riflemen. And what's the other thing? So that's cool. It's funny, the guy I'm getting him from, he he's a pilot, and he's corporate pilot, so he flies corporate jets, right? So he goes into little airports. He's flown here to St. Louis area many times, and he was just very generous. He says, "I got some minis. I'll send you." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, man." I said, "Are you?" I said, he was talking about getting them to me, and I'm like, "Hey, just bring them next time you fly to St. Louis." And he goes, "Oh, I don't have anything on the book about it, but I guarantee you, I ship it, the trip will come up." He said shipped at 11 something on the Messenger. And about 4 hours later, about 4 o'clock, he texted me or text that message device and said, "I just got a trip booked to St. Louis." So he doesn't book his flights. It's the company, whoever he works for. They'll say, "Hey, you go here on this day, and you go to St. Louis," whatever. That was pretty funny. I couldn't believe it. He called it, and then like he didn't have any flights to St. Louis in a long time, so he just said, "Here, just climb a ladder, take care of it, make it happen." And one more. Ooh, I think I about fell asleep there. It is almost midnight. It's the pumpkin, turning pumpkin thing. It's also very hot here. That's funny to me how tired I am. I had tea. I shouldn't be tired. But it is just crashing down. Well, here's something about sticking to 15s or a scale or period or something, is that, someone said you can really focus on upping the terrain game. You can focus on, now you're not worrying about that basic of what miniatures do I get, what pacing do I get. You can put your mind at ease and make it happen. This one had quote unquote dirt or mold lines filled up. Oops. Not bad. 2 minutes after. Bam. I started too British. My kid wasn't around, and it starts out pretty hot and heavy there. So I may have to give that another shot. Oh, I got 2 people watching. Who just jumped on? Oh, gee. I'm laying in bed, lol, Bushido still, but I'm painting the front of my shop at the moment. Well, I'm glad I can entertain you while you're in bed. Shouldn't you be asleep, though? I mean, I guess what time is it there? Is it now 5 o'clock? So I got the pants done in 30 minutes. Awesome. This is one reason you do this. You get it, you just get faster. So, gee, I painted the pants and I experimented with a couple colors. And I stuck with the brown. I felt better about that than the tannish color I used, but I'm okay with it. I will paint the skin next. Okay. All right, so what do I want to paint next on these guys? So I'll do skin. I'll do skin first, and I'll see how far I get there. So, what flesh do I? Flesh. What flesh do I have? Is this flesh? It's German pale brown. That's weird. I'll use this lighter corpse pale. I might do the opposite on one of these 15 mils. Anyway, when you got your time, you can spend some time painting This guy really needs to be trimmed up. So here's a temptation avoided. One of my favorite game systems, Lock and Load Tactical, is having a big sale, and if you back their Kickstarter, you get another discount. And one of the sales they're having is I'm missing one game to round out the one module to round out the World War II, and that's the Battle of the Islands, the Aleutian Islands. And I could have gotten it for 28 retail, down the 35% off plus another 3 plus anyway, I got down like $20 for the thing plus $8 shipping, and so the total was like $28.32. And I was like, it's a good price for shipping and all that, but I was like, you know what? I'm trying to get this thing done. They'll have another sale. Something will happen. I don't think they're gonna run out of that model. Or that module. All right, so everybody, I finished the let me try something here real quick. As I drag this cord over everything. This ain't gonna work. I can already tell this is not gonna work. It's gonna be too dark. I was gonna put it up against this white wall. Nope. Okay. I tried. I'm gonna have to really work on how to do some better lighting for these live shoots, especially. All right. Hey, everybody. British OG. Sorry, OG, that you got on there right when I'm wrapping up. But appreciate you coming on, the support, and I like the maps you made. OG's Original Grognard. Check out his channel. Does his war games and stuff. He's kind of on a little bit of a hiatus. He's doing some work, some research and work for a game company. He's talked about on his channel, I believe, doing some scenario design for Lock and Load. And so that kind of is consuming his time. And he inspired me to look at some ideas for some potential scenarios. It's a lot of work, even though, you know, there are some, not cheats, but like shortcuts shortcuts sound bad, but anyway, some shortcuts you can take. And even with that, I was like, dang, it's going to be a lot of work. So I'm not committed to doing it yet, but British, how do you keep your brushes? I know how Matt does it, and I'm sure you do it the same way. You use that soap, but keep the brushes up to a good point there. Probably don't play with it with my hand, for one. As I watch some videos, the people doing a decent job. I don't need to do awesome. I just need to do a decent job. The brushes are all coming to a nice straight tip, and that's cool. So I got a good brush, one good brush. Could probably use a couple more. Anyway, check out OG's channel, British Legion's channel. They're both legends. So yeah, I need to get off my Yeah, please do. Get off your butt and get something recorded. All right, hey everybody. Thanks guys. Whoever watches afterwards. That's day 2 of 30 for 30. Again, I'm probably I need to probably film a couple of these out of order because I'm going to be gone, busy with family work stuff. Okay, y'all. You're awesome. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you later. Bye. Brush soap. That's what I thought.